Hi, hello and howdy. My name is Erin of Essentially Erin and welcome back to my channel. So we just passed the 4-week mark with my braids and I'm gonna take them out today. Long story short, I'm starting to get a little additional tension around the hair just because it has loosened quite a bit. And I've also noticed that I've started to get some like tiny red itchy bumps. So out of fear that I don't want to compromise the integrity of my curly hair, I am going to take down my braids today and I'm gonna walk you guys through what that process looks like because I didn't know until I watched a bunch of videos of people doing it. So essentially what you have to do is you have to cut the hair and then you have to slowly but surely unmingle the fake hair from your real hair. Long story short, I'm gonna follow that up with a deep conditioning treatment probably. I was gonna do protein, but I think moisture is probably gonna be more beneficial for me right now. And then I'll follow up with a protein treatment probably in a couple of days. But I am gonna give my hair a break from styling after I do the deep conditioning treatment. So I am going to first take my hair down. Oh, let my scalp breathe for a second. Whew. And let's jump in. Okay, so first things first, I know relatively where my hair is within the braid. So like I've said on a couple of different videos, my hair very clearly sticks out from the actual braid itself, but I know that my hair is obviously not actually this long. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna cut each braid basically where I can guarantee that none of my actual hair is. And then at that point, we'll start detangling. So I'm gonna go ahead and go through, cut the ends of my braids off, and then I will check back in. I'm also going to use the same scissors that I used to cut my hair because I know that they're good. Sidebar, I'm also not gonna panic if I cut my own hair in this because apparently that is relatively common. So I'm just going to obviously try my best. But on some of these, since it's like hair that would be behind my head, don't really know exactly where that hair starts/stops. All right, one side done. See, there are ones like that that are so close because that's all my hair. So cut down here just to be on the safe side. Okay, well, they already feel slightly lighter, which is, you know, a comfort in and of itself. Now we start the long and arduous process of actually taking the hair out. It's gonna take a while, so I'm gonna show the process that I saw online here on video. I'll show you guys me kind of going across my head, taking them out bit by bit. And then I am gonna do pretty much the rest of it on my own, so you guys don't have to just like watch a time lapse of me taking stuff out. Now you can see like the ends are already splayed, which is great. So you can kind of just like unbraid it, which is what I've seen some people do online. Another thing that I have seen, which I think is gonna be a lot faster. So I'll just do one. I'll just do one unbraiding to see how long it would take. Slides off the hair. So like you can see the initial knot from where she put it on. Now if you look at my actual hair, that's all not only just, I know it's gross, sorry, but like that's not just like product buildup right there, but that's also like potentially like growth for some of that. So that's exciting. But yeah, that's the nastiness that I got to get rid of. Now, the faster method that I've seen utilizes a rat tail comb. I gotta tuck this behind my ear so it doesn't irritate me. and you take those same like splayed edges and then you literally just like loop your comb through it and pull. So you take it at a point that's like a couple of loops in, then you just pull out. So got like several braids there, okay? And you just pull up. So let's see how long this takes. Now for the most part, since I know that the hair at the bottom, like this isn't my hair, I don't have to pull it all the way through. I can just kind of get to the point where I can at least get to my actual hair. Okay, so the rat tail comb is probably faster for like the bottom portion of the braid, but maybe not at the top, especially when you can't see where you're trying to like poke it and pull it through. So I definitely think that I'll use the rat tail comb to like get these braids started detangling. But I think that like as I work my way up the braid, I will probably switch to unbraiding with my fingers. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do for the rest of my head. Okay, sidebar, I forgot that my actual hair was this light. Don't know what that means, but now I'm debating whether or not I want to go dark for fall. That sounds amazing, right? All right, I am going to keep going and I will check in with you guys and let you know roughly how long it's taking. I think right now we're at 9 minutes since we started to unravel, and I'll keep you guys posted. So I moved to the master bedroom so that I could sit comfortably on the bed and watch television. So I'm done with maybe about a quarter-ish of my head, and I just want to show you guys how much hair I've already removed so you can understand the sheer weight of what I've been carrying. This. All of this. Not even half of my head. All of that. That's an animal. That's a pet. I have a raccoon bear ball animal pet now. So yeah, gotta keep going. Okay, 2.5 hours in, checking in. I got this nice little bun, but we are about, I want to say about halfway, maybe almost 2/3 of the way done. I need to stop so I can make dinner, but I will show you that I now own like 3 raccoon bear hair piles. Like I have to back up in order for all of that to fit in the frame, but like all of that was sitting on my head. Dinner break, then finishing. Okay, after 3.5 hours, I look like I stuck my tongue in a light socket, but we are completely braid free. I had to enlist help from my fiance because I couldn't lift my arms up to do some of the ones in the back for very long. I have yet to detangle my hair fully. Okay, so it actually looks like I managed to, as far as I can tell, not actually cut any of my own hair, which is, I think, a miracle in and of itself. But here's my hair, like fully out. Still got it. Obviously, it's like super gross, but I wasn't crazy in what I was saying before. Like, I don't know if you can see like the little pink bumps that are in here. Like, I don't know if this is from tension or what, but either way, like, this nasty. Oof. But the problem that we run into now, it is 9 o'clock at night. So I have to decide, do I want to go through the motion of everything now, or do I want to wait until morning because it's not going to be a quick process? I'm probably going to do a pre-poo treatment in order to detangle my hair. Then I'll have to do most likely a condition, wash, condition. And then I'll have to follow, I think I will follow with a protein treatment if I do a condition, wash, condition, just to balance out that moisture. So yeah, I have a feeling, knowing myself, I'm gonna wait until tomorrow, but I also don't know. My hair just feels like really fragile, which isn't uncommon given the fact that my hair is fine anyway. And this crimping is giving me very like 1990s vibe that, you know, like aside from the nastiness that is like the hair that just sticks up by itself, I'm not mad about it. I'm kind of here for it. But yeah, I might do the pre-poo treatment tonight just to get things going and to help break up some of that buildup. But I mean, overall, my scalp is still in really good shape. And as far as I could tell from the pile, I didn't lose that much hair. We'll obviously see once I finish detangling. But for the most part, my hair still feels really soft. So I do think that it was a good call to make sure that I had some leave-in conditioner in my hair before I got it braided. Because it genuinely still feels very, very soft, despite the fact that it looks like a Brillo pad right now. So yeah, if I do the pre-poo treatment, I will record everything, obviously. But I'm gonna give my arms a break for a second before I make the call as to what I want to do tonight. Okay, so reluctantly, I am just gonna pull the trigger and do this tonight. So I have a whole video walking through how to do pre-poo treatment, so I will go ahead and flash that up above. But essentially what I'm going to do is I am going to use oil and a specific hairbrush meant for dry detangling, my Be Hairful brush, and I am going to slowly work chunk by chunk through my hair to detangle before I get into the shower. So let's go. The saga continues. It's crazy going from this that barely held all of my hair when it was looped twice to this. Like, God, this one takes up literally my whole palm to this. I'm back to having fine hair. I am, of course, using Righteous Roots oil. You guys know I love this oil. Just another use for it. Okay, so first thing that I am realizing is that chunk of buildup that I showed you guys before on my front pieces of hair, like it kind of, like you really have to get the brush very close to the root to make sure that you get that section detangled, or else it will kind of just like brush over it. So I kind of just have to like press it against my scalp in order to get that part, but the bottom portion of it detangles quite a bit. Just like looking at the brush, obviously I know that I'm going to lose quite a bit of hair, but it looks like also some of this hair is the hair from my extension hair or my braid hair. However, if you weren't aware of it before, when you have textured hair, or I think just people in general, but especially people with textured hair, we lose on average anywhere between 50 to 100 hairs a day. So don't be alarmed if after you take your braids out, you have a massive amount of hair in your brush, because just think about how much hair fall you had while your hair was in braids and it had nowhere to go. So I'm sure you lost some hair while your hair was in braids, but not nearly the same amount that you would be used to getting rid of every week on wash week. So don't be alarmed as you go through your hair if you see a massive amount in the brush. It's likely just the hair fall that you had stuck in your braids while you had them.
6 hours later.
Guys. So I showed you the pet that I owned from all of the braided hair I took out. Let's talk about all the hair fall. Like, now again, that's like 4 weeks worth of hair, so just imagine it blowing across the desert. A little tumbleweed. All right, so we are detangled and pre-pooed. I am probably still going to be losing hair in the shower, because that's just what happens. I am going to use my favorite clarifying system, the Curlsmith system, because I know that that will also help put moisture right back into my hair. So I am going to use the Super Slip, the prebiotic, the postbiotic, the other biotic, you know. This is the primer. I've got the shampoo and the conditioner. I'm also then going to follow it with the Verb Ghost hair mask. And then I think I'm gonna wait a couple of days and then I'm going to do the Curlsmith protein bond treatment. So I'm gonna wash my hair. I'm going to pretty much call it a night after this. I'm living for this look right now though. Slightly crimped, detangled, big, furry, you know, just living my best life, you know, just don't mind me, just, you know, over here with this giant semi-manageable / semi-unmanageable bush on my head. So yeah, now that I've put all this oil in my hair, I kind of have to wash it out, which is part of why I did it, is because I didn't want to just like half-ass it tonight. So yeah, I'm gonna hop in the shower, wash it all out. I will put in a leave-in conditioner because like I've told you guys before in other videos, I never like my hair going at least without some sort of moisturizer in it. So I'm gonna put a leave-in conditioner in it, and then I'm gonna let it air dry for the next 10,000 hours before I go to bed. All right, it is 11 o'clock. I'm gonna go to bed. I think it's actually almost midnight, it's 11:55. I'm gonna go to bed, but this is what my hair looks like fully dry. So this is dried with only leave-in conditioner in it. So this is pretty close to my natural hair. Hair can go into shock after being out of a style. So this is actually much curlier than I was anticipating. So it still looks like it's in pretty good, healthy shape. So like I said before, I am going to kind of give it a break for a couple of days, let it go without being manipulated before I actually try to wash, style, and or do a protein treatment in it, depending on how it feels over the next couple of days. The weirdest thing, to be perfectly honest, is to get used to not having a lot of hair anymore. Like when I was in the shower and I was washing it and or like doing a deep conditioning treatment, it was like my hair just stops and there's not a lot of it. And I've had fine hair for a really long time, but after having braids for a month, it's a weird thing to have to try to get used to again. But yeah, hair feels good. Hair looks way better than I anticipated. It's fuzzy because there's only leave-in conditioner in it and no, you know, gel or hold products. But yeah, that is how you take out and take care of your hair after box braids. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys learned a lot, and I, for one, am really glad that I decided to, you know, take the leap and do braids. I wish they had lasted longer, obviously, but I learned so much, and I'm super thankful for that journey. And I know that a lot of people have commented here and on Instagram saying that, like, especially people that are also biracial, that they were super inspired, and or I had somebody message me the other day that was like, I saw your post, I went and got box braids because of it, and literally messages like that make my day. So please let me know if you guys have any questions, if there are any other experiences that you guys want me to jump on. I am happy to love and happy to learn with you guys.